That's like one of the worst feelings ever. It's doing something that you never wanted to do, but another person said that you should do that thing, so you just did it anyways. Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Now, in today's video, we're gonna be talking about doing what you want with your life. As you guys know, we all have something that we want to do with our lives. And if you don't already know what you want to do with your life, then that is totally fine. I really wanted to make this video because I know a lot of us are either graduating very soon or we've already graduated. You might already have a job or a certain career that you're going after, but this video still applies to everyone that is watching. As we all know, we grow up already being told what we should do with our life. And I know most of us go through this. Like, for example, in Black households, a lot of parents want their kids to be athletes. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with sort of guiding your kids into a certain career path, but I do think that sometimes it can be obsessive. And a lot of parents genuinely want their kids to do a certain thing, and they pressure their kids all the way into they're in college over and over and over, and reaffirming the fact that if they don't go after this certain career path, that they're a failure. And even if your parents haven't done this to you, I still feel like a lot of the times graduating, getting ready to graduate, or even after the fact that you're already in college, a lot of us just go after what other people have told us what is a good idea or what is a good career path to go after. And I feel like this causes a lot of us to never figure out what we truly want to do with our life. And if you are just now getting ready to graduate or you have graduated, I just want you to know that you still have a lot of time. Most of us are only turning 18 by the time we graduate. I know currently I'm 18, and getting ready to graduate, that doesn't mean that you have to have your whole life figured out. And you don't have to already know what you want to do with your life, even though a lot of people are pressuring you into figuring out what you want to do with your life. And, oh, are you going to go to this college, or are you going to go to this school, and what are you going to do after you graduate? And a lot of us don't have an answer for that, which is totally fine. And I'm so tired of parents saying to their kids, and so many people pushing the fact that you need to have your whole life figured out by the time you turn 18. And I feel like once you do graduate, you need to spend some time with yourself to actually figure out what you want to do with your life. And as we all know, when we grow up, we all have a certain career that we wanted to do. Me, for example, I wanted to be a train conductor. I wanted to drive trains. Or is there a different word for it? I don't even know. But I wanted to control a train and move it in motion, drive a train, whatever the correct word is. I wanted to be a train conductor. And now at this point of my life, I genuinely don't want to do that. And there's nothing wrong with changing around what you want to do. So, for example, if your parents want you to go to school to become a doctor, but you genuinely deep down feel like that's not the career path for you, you don't have to do that to sort of fulfill, your parents, your mom and your dad's like dream for you to become a doctor because it's something that they didn't do. And even if your parents are doctors and nurses and this and that, and they want you to do the same thing, what you have to realize is that living out someone else's dream of a certain career doesn't lead to anything but sort of self hatred about a certain career that you're doing. Because a lot of people would jump into careers because their parents want them to do it. A lot of people jump into careers because it's what other people are saying is good for you. But only you deep down know what's good for you and what you're going to be interested in and what you want to turn into a career. Don't be afraid to go off and do something different that you've always dreamed of doing. So if you want to start your own clothing brand, for example, but instead your parents want you to go down a certain career path that they've been sort of shoving down your mouth and just like, hey, you should be doing this thing, like make sure you do this, and if you don't do this, then you're going to regret it. Like, no, what we need to realize is that as humans, we don't come here and have a certain career picked out already for us. We all have certain things that we love and enjoy doing. So if you have something that you do enjoy doing, then you should go after that as a career path. And we have to also realize that we always have time to go back to school. So if there's like something that you want to try before going to school, then try that thing out first, because you never know what type of results you're able to achieve within a couple of years of hard work without necessarily going to college already, or going to trade school already. But if you do end up going to trade school or college and you jump into a field and you still want to do something on the side, go after it. There is absolutely nothing wrong with starting something different or starting something on the side, because you never know. That thing that you start on the side could be a side hustle and it bring you in extra income. And eventually, if you genuinely do enjoy this thing on the side more than the main thing that you were told that you should do, then you can turn that side hustle into an actual full-time thing. It's no longer a side hustle, it's your main source of income, and it's your main job that you've always dreamt of doing. Now that also goes to say, if you have a certain field that you want to pursue, but your parents are telling you to pursue a different career, then go ahead and go after what you want to pursue, because we have to stop living for other people. We have to stop going after certain things that our parents told us to go after or that another person told us to go after, when we truly know what we want to pursue. So if you know you want to pursue something like videography and you want to be a filmmaker or something like that, then go after that. Or if you want to pursue something in finance, but other people are telling you that you should be a truck driver, like, go after what you want to do. Don't live for other people, because living for other people isn't going to bring you true joy or true happiness. Because what you have to realize is that these people that are in your life are only there temporarily. And that's not to give you a negative like outlook on it, like, oh, these people are only going to be in my life for a certain amount of time, so forget about them. No, I'm not saying that at all. But what you have to realize is that once these people are gone, you're going to be left with yourself. And we have to realize that we don't have forever. So going after something that someone else wants you to go after instead of doing what you want to do isn't going to lead to anything but being lost. And that's like one of the worst feelings ever. It's doing something that you never wanted to do, but another person said that you should do that thing, so you just did it anyways. Remember, you have time after you graduate. And even if you've graduated a year or two ago, you still have time. You have time. What a lot of people need to realize is that you don't want to rush your life. And that doesn't mean sit and be stagnant and don't do anything. But if you have something else you want to go after that thing first. Don't worry about what other people are going to think of you, because you're not going down the same route as everyone else. There is nothing wrong with doing something else from what everyone else is doing, despite what the world tries and tells you to do the same thing that everyone else is doing. You don't have to. We live in a different time where you can go after what you want and make a career out of it if you put in the hard work. And I genuinely believe in every single one of you that you're able to do that, because if you want to live for something bigger than doing what everyone else is doing, then you can go after that. It's possible. And even if it doesn't become the main source of income for you, having that thing that you genuinely find a flow state in and a sense of peace, a sense of presence and joy in to do on the side, then that will do so much good for your mental health, to just have that sort of outlet on the side that you can go and freely create and put out what you want to put out and do what you want to do on the side. Because I believe every single one of us has a creative side to us. We all have some sort of creative ability. Some of us are good on camera, some of us are good at painting, some of us are good at drawing, some of us are very good with different inventions, some of us are very good at making music. There's so many different creative outlets that I feel like every single one of us has. Even if you don't feel like you can do good in a certain creative outlet, the more time you put into something, the better you get at it. Put in that time, put in the repetition, and be consistent with what you want out of life. And I promise you, good things will come to you. So I hope you guys have been having a great week. I will see you guys next Friday. Remember, do what you want to do, not what other people want you to do. Live for yourself. Live for yourself. Don't forget to drop a like on today's video and subscribe if you want to see more. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.